So today we are going to be exploring Duddo Stone Circle in Northumberland. It's one that I've never been to before. I think it's quite small, but it's a proper, true stone circle, so we're going to go and have a look. And it's just in a random farmer's field in the middle of Northumberland, so I've just parked. You just park on like the grassy verge, there's a sign. I thought I was going to die on the way here because my wiper, my like window wiper just broke, and there was like this bit flapping off, and it was like only wiping the bottom bit and the rest of it was hanging off, and it started raining really bad, and I was like, I can't see, and I was like on the A1, which is like the main motorway in the UK, and I was like, I can't fucking see anything. So anyway, that was fine. Hopefully it doesn't rain on the way back. It was just a little shower, thank God. But yeah, here we are right now. So apparently you just walk through the field. It's about a 20-minute walk to get to the stone circle. I was hoping there was going to be no one there, and Andy, my partner, was like, I've been a million times, there's never anyone there, there's nothing in that village at all, it's not even a village, it's just like one farm, there'll be no one there. I've pulled up and there's a van there, so there are some people there. They look like it's like a traveller type van, so anyway, that's fine. So yeah, wish me luck. I am really bad at navigating anything, so hopefully it's just literally a straight line through the fields and we can go and check out the stone circle. So I'm just walking along the track now. It is extremely windy, so this is going to be a very good test of the microphone and if it's going to be even usable audio. But it says allow an hour for the walk. I think it's probably more like 20 minutes because I can see the stones from right here. Just sitting there on top of the hill, looking very lovely. It's very cold today. Yesterday it was like 20 degrees or something, or maybe even higher, so I was starting to feel cocky about the springtime, and now it's reminded me, nope, this is England, this is the north of England, so it is quite nippy today. Luckily I kind of half expected it and I packed a lot of layers in my bag, so we should be fine. But I'm just walking along now, approaching the stones, and then when we get there I'll tell you a little bit more about them. So here we are at Duddo Stone Circle, and you can see a couple of the stones behind me. Again, it's very windy up here. The tripod is shaking, everything's windy. Hopefully it's fine. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about these stones in particular. So there are 5 stones here right now, and there used to be 7. But sometime in the 1800s, 2 of the stones went missing. Nobody knows where they went. And then a little while after, another one of the stones fell down and kind of got ploughed away over time and is gone. Then in, I think it was 1903, they replaced that last stone that went missing. So it's back to 5 stones now. 4 of them are the original stones. And like with all stone circles, there's a lot of mystery surrounding them and a lot of knowledge that's been lost to time. So this stone circle was constructed around 2000 BC, which is impossible time to conceptualize. And
there were some excavations done here. So when they excavated, they found remains of human bones and things in the centre, sort of look like a burial area. And then later on, even into the 1700s, there were human remains here as well. So it seems like this is a kind of an area for burial. But like all stone circles, it's really hard to know exactly what the purpose of them is. There are over 1,000 stone circles in the UK and Ireland, believe it or not, and excavations have been done on some of them. Some of them are huge, some of them are tiny, and it's one of those great mysteries in life that we just really do not know exactly what the stone circles were used for, and why people put so much effort into constructing them, because even these stones, which are pretty small for a stone circle, would have required so much effort to bring up to this position. So it was clearly such an important thing. And then when you go and see like Avebury or Stonehenge, it starts to make you think maybe the conspiracy theories about aliens are right after all, because how on earth did people bring these huge stones, and why? It must have been so important that they absolutely had to do it. And when I come to these types of places, whether it be a stone circle, or even if I'm making a video about like a tree or plants or anything like that, I always just take a little moment to say hello and greet the space that I'm in. And I also tell the space what I'm about to do. So I'll say like, hello, thank you for letting me be here. I'm going to be making a video to share with people about you, and I want to tell people about you and help them feel more connected to you and the land. And I just tell them that, and it just feels like a nice little held space. It's really lovely. Another little piece of local folklore about this area is that of the 7 turnip pickers. And the story goes that these turnip pickers were turned into stones for picking turnips on the Sabbath and working on the Sabbath when they were meant to be resting, which seems to be a common theme with a lot of stone circles, where people were either dancing on the Sabbath, working, doing something they shouldn't, and this resulted in them being turned into stone circles. Oh my god, it's so windy. So there's definitely a desire to anthropomorphize the stones and see them as human.
Okay, so I've just popped down the road to a place called Ford and Etal, which is apparently like 2 really tiny little village type things. Never been here before, but it was like 5 minutes away, so I thought, why not? I think there's a little tiny castle here, and I'm hoping there's a cafe because I really fancy a cup of tea to warm my hands up. So let's go and see what it's all about. Tea has been acquired, and I'm just finishing off with a little wander around the village. So I'm really, really glad I ended up going there. Apparently it's Etal, not Etal. But it was just a really lovely little tiny village. I don't even know if you could call it a village, maybe it was a parish, I don't know. But it basically just had like one little shop, post office, cafe type thing. And then it had the ruins of a castle as well. And I think there's a lot of castles in this area because of like border disputes with Scotland and England. Like people, even though it's in England, Northumberland, people in that area on the borders have like a Scottish accent kind of. So yeah, there's a lot of that kind of history. So the castle was built for those disputes really. So it was just really nice, like really beautiful little place. And I got my cup of tea, and then I just was like, okay, I might go to Ford if that's like the other part of it. I think it's a huge estate. That's what it said anyway on the sign. So I just got in the car, but then as I was driving along, I saw this little sign and it was like heatherslaw. Like it said mill museum, like train, like railway, shops, whatever. And I just randomly pulled in because I thought that looks fun. So I had like little gift shops and stuff, and like a little tiny railway, which was really cute. But then, like, how cool is this? There was a building and it said like folklore and storytelling centre. So obviously instantly I was like, ooh, what's going on here? So I went in and I was like, this is like cool as hell. It was like a place dedicated to Northeast folklore, which anyone who knows me in real life knows that I'm obsessed with Northeast folklore. I never shut up about it. So I had like these signs with like, yeah, things about various tales from the Northeast. And the woman there, Becca, she was called, she said they've only been open 1 month, and she's doing like storytelling events. So at the minute she's doing like storytelling for kids, but she's going to do some adult ones as well. And I was like, this is like so freaking cool. I'm literally here for the day, like making a video about like history and folklore and stuff. So yeah, really cool. So I'm definitely, I've got a card and everything, and I'm definitely gonna keep my eye out for events and stuff and go back there because yeah, that's like everything I love. And I was like, someone has actually taken the next step with how much they love Northeast folklore and like actually make something of it. Because I've been wanting to write a Northeast poetry book for a long time, and I've written quite a few of the poems, but yeah, it's nowhere near finished. So that's a thing that's in the back of my mind. But I was like, oh, someone's actually doing something really cool here. So yeah, I love the Northeast. I love Northeast folklore, and that was just really cool. It felt like so serendipitous. Like why would I ever end up there? But I just did. I never even heard of this place, like heatherslaw. Then I didn't go forward in the end. So yeah, that's what I did. So I hope you've enjoyed this little excursion, this little adventure out. I certainly had a lot of fun today, and I didn't die on the way back home. The window wiper was fine. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy videos like this, I appreciate it if you give a thumbs up and subscribe and all that jazz, and I will see you in the next video.